So I'm going to give you a quick overview of some SAT reading test questions. So the first thing about SAT reading is you have to understand that this is evidence-based reading. And so your answers must be based on something that's stated or implied in the passage or in any accompanying graphics, such as tables or a graph. If you pick an answer that's true, but it's not supported by something that's explicitly stated or can be inferred from the passage, you're probably going to get the question wrong. So let's look at this first passage. This is SAT Practice Test 1 from the College Board's website. So the passage has 10 questions based on it. This first passage is a passage from Lydia Minatoya, Strangeness of Beauty. So you should take a few moments, if you've downloaded this passage, take a few moments to read it, and then you can come back and watch the discussion on the questions that I'm going to go through. So once you're done reading this passage, and there's a link to it on my website, once you're done reading this passage, the first question says, which choice best describes what happens in the passage? So we're given some options. One character argues with another character who intrudes on their home. One character receives a surprising request from another. Okay, so we wanted to see what happens in the passage. So if you've read about the passage, you should have a fair idea about which of these answers could possibly be true. So let's maybe go back to the first paragraph of the passage. We're told that Akira came directly, breaking all tradition. Was that it? Had he followed form? Had he asked his mother to speak to his father, to approach the go-between? Would she have been more receptive? So this is writing in retrospect. This is after the incident that's described in subsequent paragraphs. This is like looking back. Had he followed form? Had he asked his mother to speak to his father, to approach a go-between? Would she have been more receptive? So this is, she was not very receptive to Akira's proposal in this passage. And so he's looking back and wondering, I mean, the author is asking if he had done things differently, would she have been more receptive? So somewhere he approaches Chi and Naomi in this passage, and he says, forgive my disruption, but I come with a matter of urgency. His voice was soft, refined, he straightened and stole a deferential peek at her face. So this was him approaching Chi about his interest in marrying her daughter, and eventually they treat him like he came in an inappropriate way and weren't very receptive. At least she wasn't very receptive. So if you look at the answers here, one character argues with another character who intrudes on a home. There was no argument. It was more like, this is not a proper way. The second, one character receives a surprising request from another character. Yes, she wasn't expecting Akira. So that's a good possible answer. But if you look at the other answers, one character reminisces about choices she has made over the years. There's nothing like this going on in the passage, so this cannot be the answer. One character criticizes another character for pursuing an unexpected course of action. There was no criticism going on, so every word must be supported by the passage, and she was not criticizing Akira for pursuing an unexpected course of action. So the best answer here is she received a surprising request from Akira. So one character received a surprising request from Akira. So if you read the passage, this is what you should come away with. And so that's the correct answer. Okay, so I'll go back. I'll look at the next question in the next video. So stay tuned and like this video and subscribe if this is something that you're interested in.